If you had any doubt in your mind that the shadow government machine, that the deep state, police state, intel state, shadow government, ruling class, if you had any doubt in your mind that they had nothing but the complete and total destruction of Donald Trump, you're not paying attention. How much more can this craven, venal, horrible word, how much more can this be? I ask you the question. What we are seeing right now is beyond anything anybody's even imagined. The amount of this nonsense about gag rules and gag orders and I mean, it is, the man cannot speak. He is on trial for his life. And it's not enough for them to say, let the man speak. Let him speak if he stands on the corner. Social media today are the corners, the bullhorn, the speakers union. I mean, this is it. The level of corruption, the level of institutional corruption is beyond anything anybody's ever seen. It's not normal. The way the courts work in New York is like maybe like nothing you've ever seen. This goes back to the days of Tammany. It's not corrupt per se in this idea of here's corruption, I'm going to pay you. But it is ward politics. It is owned and run by the Democratic machine. This is not anything that's even remotely of question. And this Judge Merchant who tells Donald Trump that now this gag order may be so that he may lose the right to know the names or to have control of the jury, because by virtue of what he's saying, he is threatening people. There have been cases involving John Gotti where there have been actual mobsters, killers, allegedly, on trial. That was no problem. But this, no. And for Donald Trump not to be able to say, not to be able to explain, if the daughter, just listen to this. This blows my mind. If the daughter of the judge is making millions or is involved in an organization that's making millions, basically actively acting against Republicans and the president. Do you mean to tell me this is irrelevant? This is not the means, this is not the bases or basis of a recusal? Let me ask you a question. Imagine, this is a bit extreme, but it makes the point. Imagine somebody, a black man, is on trial. And the husband of the judge is the grand cyclops of the KKK. Ku Klux Klan is not against the law. Imagine a Jew is on trial and the husband of the judge is an Aryan, or and the Nazi party is not against the law. Do I have to explain this to you? My friends, please listen to me. Subscribe. Make sure you're still subscribed. I'm getting notes from people all the time saying, I thought I was subscribed, but it's make sure you're subscribed. And also make sure you're also subscribed to Lionel Legal. This morning we had our 8 a.m. version, and I'm telling you, Lionel Legal, Lionel Nation, subscribe to both. We're expanding. We're getting more people in our world and how we see things. Now, my friends, it is critical and most important that we speak before we get started from our great, our noble, and our critical sponsor. Let's talk about a very serious subject, emergency food. That's right, emergency food. Now, I know at first blush it's difficult for most people to think about something that they just take for granted, ever reaching, emergency status. We're used to stores always being open, deliveries always made, no supply chain disasters, no ransomware catastrophes, shutting down gas stations, no trucking strikes, no war, no protests from farmers, no mysterious Chinese weather balloons, nothing catastrophic in terms of weather. Well, that can't happen to us, right? And I understand it's a defense mechanism that we have because the idea of ever not being able to eat or locate food is seemingly incomprehensible to most people. But think about this. It's not. That's why it's time for you to go to my site, preparewithlionel.com. Preparewithlionel.com has the deal of deals for you. Take it as a starter set, an introduction set. You've been putting off emergency food for too long. Some people still have a thing about prepping as though prepping for emergency is foolish. Now, right now, you can save $200 on a 3-month emergency supply kit. This is unbelievable. 22 varieties with a 25-year shelf life, 25 years, 2,000 calories a day in 6 rugged buckets, 120 pounds of food. Could you go 3 months, 90 days if stores closed? Be honest. Could you go a week without any trips to the store? I don't think so. I'm not talking about having stuff in your cabinet. I'm not talking about banana chips and jerky. I'm talking about food, real food. So go right now to preparewithlionel.com. This moment, right now, preparewithlionel.com. Preparewithlionel.com. Go now and thank me later. I don't expect people to necessarily love the president. I don't expect people to necessarily be in some form of simpatico. I understand that he is, to many people, abrasive. He is sometimes contumacious. He is maybe to some rude. He is the best thing that ever happened to us, like it or not. And what they're doing to him is beyond understanding. He can't speak. He is being charged, let me remind you, with things that we can't figure out. The Alvin Bragg case with the Dusty Saddles thing, I have no idea what this is about. He didn't report. He paid, it was an NDA. They basically told her to keep her mouth shut. Interesting. And this benefited his campaign. So therefore, it should have been reported as a, nobody understands this one. People who hate Trump, lawyers say, this is garbage. This was horrid. Horrid. And the president can't speak about it? He can't speak. How is he supposed to get the word out? And he goads and he prods Judge Merchant or Merchant. He just goes, he sticks it to him. And he knows what he's doing. Is that the wise thing? Is that the best? Why not? Why not? Trump says, if I play right, what happens to me? I'm screwed. He's being hit. So, everywhere, he seems to just, every time they try to keep him down, he comes clawing forward, clawing. Somebody, maybe they go to appeal, they lower it from 500 million to 170 million. This is the most ridiculous thing in the world. This is a man who is charged with fraud under a statute that allows for allegations of fraud when nobody's complaining of fraud. Not one person has said, yeah, we were defrauded. Who? What? I'm not exaggerating this. Who? What's the bank? What's the bank? Who's the lending institution? Who was defrauded? Who was complaining? Who? I don't understand this. And basically the Judge Engeron basically ruled through a summary judgment, said, we are declaring that as a matter of law, you are guilty. You have violated this. Now let's just go to see how much money you owe. It's sort of like what Alex Jones went through, sort of, but his was a default. It was alleged. This is different. So Trump goes in there and he's got his lawyer who's too busy, I guess, with her beauty shots and her Instagram and all. I don't understand. After the E. Jean Carroll case, the only time when you took a $5 million sexual assault verdict and turned it into a what? How much? 80? I forget how much. Millions of dollars in defamation? That's a good one. This is unbelievable. This is unbelievable. And I do not understand it. You have to be able to speak. You have to be able to tell people, look what they're doing to me. The Sixth Amendment provides for a speedy and a public trial. A speedy and a public trial. And the reason why it's to be public is we don't want this to be some kind of a star chamber thing. We don't want you to be in some cafeteria like with the Ceausescu. You understand what I'm saying? Now, there's some things that we're going to be talking about, and I want you to be aware of it. And let me also tell you something. As I've said to you repeatedly, make sure, please subscribe to the Lionel Legal. That's interesting. Why? In addition to this, which this morning we had a wonderful version of this, and I'm telling you, all you got to do, if you could find this, you could find that. Same thing. Looks just like this. But you've got to subscribe. All right. First, accounts of the Diddy arrest. Unbelievable. Where's Diddy? What's he going to be charged with? Is there a grand jury in place? Is there a grand jury in place? What are they charging him with? What? I mean, we've been through this because that's something we've talked about. This is the strangest thing. They went in there with guns a-blazing. They were going to go and wow. Okay, fine. So where is the what? Where is everything? Huh? Where is the charges? What's happening with this? The same thing we saw with the mayor of New York and his assistant, who basically there was an FBI investigation and nothing happened. Nobody can guess why they're doing this. I've never heard of this. Never heard of this. That's number one. I guess this is three. We got Trump now. This. Next thing we're going to be talking about, and keep focused here. Fannie Willis is directly violating the admonition and the finding of Judge McAfee by still pulling the race card. She's got her soapbox. She's telling everybody. She's going on, violating not only what the judge said, but the rules, the ethical rules regarding what a prosecutor can and can't say. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Next, we're going to be talking about what happens in the state of Florida. They are telling you, listen to me right now, they are telling you that 2024 is going to be the referendum on abortion. That what DeSantis is doing and what the Florida Supreme Court has basically allowed, namely almost the prohibition of abortion, so they say, which is absolutely guaranteed under the Dobbs decision. If they want to outlaw it, they can do it. They can do it. Do you believe, as they say, do you believe that this will be the issue for 2024? Do you believe that this will be the issue for 2024? Don't worry about that. I'll tell them you're not here. Do you believe that the country is demanding abortion? I don't know. And the other case I told you about, which is the most fascinating, Tiffany Henyard. Oh my God, they are now demanding that she, this is how she has escaped. I'm writing this in my notes here. Tiffany Henyard. Unbelievable. Now, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, again, I thank you. Let me say this again. I'm being redundant. I'm being so redundant. I am so sorry. I apologize. I apologize because I don't want you to miss a day of anything that we do. This is so critical. I just want you to be aware of this. I want you to know that to make sure you subscribe as well to Lionel Legal on YouTube. Lionel Legal, okay? Okay. All right. Now, let me ask you something. Do you feel an absolute disgust? I don't want to put words in your mouth. Do you believe that President Donald Trump has basically had the Constitution shredded before his very eyes? Do you believe that he has had his constitutional rights destroyed? Do you sit back, as do I, and think, I can't believe what I'm seeing? I can't believe this. Let me go back again. Fannie Willis was told by the judge, McAfee, you have violated the rules. You are not to go out, and you are not during the course of a pending criminal trial and just say, this is about the black woman and the black woman's and the race of the black woman and the not good. And she did it. She did it again. And she basically has, and this is the most important aspect of it, she basically has disciplinary provisions, which of course nobody's bringing, like they do against Trump. It's the most amazing thing anybody's ever seen. It's the most amazing thing anybody's ever seen. It's incredible. How does he do it? My friends, they are so scared. It's not even funny. These people are freaking out. Do you believe? Do you think what is happening is actually happening? Do you believe that what we are seeing now is actually happening? What would be right now? And they're doing everything. They're telling you that the online betting is betting against Trump. They've got this Nicole Wallace. I don't even know what she does, throwing papers at TV. They are beyond worried. They don't know what. Now they're talking about, again, the blood, hang on. Let me get this right. Because you know what they're doing. This kills me. The bloodbath, right? Bloodbath. You got that? Bloodbath. Where is it? Oh, check out that Diddy thing. Wow. Man, oh man. It is something. Here we go. Trump slams having to pay a $175 million bond, while MS-13 murderers are freed from jail as he vows to stop the rape, plunder, and slaughter of American towns caused by Biden's border bloodbath. And he knows this drives him crazy. And he knows this is driving him crazy. And it is a bloodbath. Do you think it is? Can you believe what's happening? Do you find yourself thinking that maybe we can get our country back again? Not make America great again, just get our country back again. Did you ever think you'd be living in a world? This is one, I don't understand this one. I don't understand any of it. I'm still trying to figure out the transgender. And who was it? The Wisconsin judge who vetoed the rule prohibiting transgender, translation men Men, biological men, there's a law. You've got to pass a law that they shouldn't be able to. That's already done with. Squatting, illegals coming and squatting, Venezuelans and Chileans and people coming through the borders and going after and giving instructions on how to attack rich people's homes. What are we going to do? What is going to happen? How much longer are you supposed to tolerate this? What are you supposed to do? Just discuss it? Do we just discuss it? Is that what we're going to do? If Trump doesn't win this, what happens? Republicans aren't doing anything about this. If this was any other country, if there was a real thing such as, I don't know, natural law, there'd be people marching in the streets. But they're not. It's the most amazing. And there are people in this country who, despite everything they're seeing, would say, well, I'll vote for Biden. I don't know what to make out of this anymore. Do you feel that you have lost any semblance of connection with what's going on here? I don't even know what to say. I don't understand squatting. It's called burglary. What are you talking? I never thought. Can I squat on your car next? I'm not going to call it carjacking. I'm going to call it squatting, automotive squatting. Excuse me, this is mine. Why? I've got this deed. A deed? I'm paying a. No, I've got this. What? You can't get out. And you know who I feel really, really, really upset with? Really? And I mean it. You know who I'm really upset with? The lawyers. That's why I subscribe to Lionel Legal on YouTube. I'll say this again. That's called a plug. I'm disgusted. What do we stand for? What do we stand for? What is the purpose? Where are we? I don't understand where everybody is. There was something before that said, it came out. The Forbes 200 best lawyers in the country or something like that. I don't know, one of these lists, they have all these, super lawyers and great lawyers and super duper lawyers. And these, okay, fine. Great. And I'm thinking to myself, we have a 65 project. Remember what this is. Lawyers that go after lawyers who represent Trump. Think about this. Sidney Powell, John Eastman, others. Okay? You understand what I'm saying? You understand what I'm saying? It's very important. They're very thorough. I mean, there are people, no law firms ever represented Trump. He couldn't find. No, who does he have? Alina Habba. I wouldn't be surprised if he's not paying her a penny. I wouldn't be surprised if he says, look, do me a favor. Here's your fee. Take your pictures and tell everybody you're my lawyer because you're not doing anything for me. We're not winning. I don't know what the hell's going on here. So go ahead and do your thing. I don't understand it. I've never seen. Ashley Merchant, she's got an Instagram account, private. I don't understand this. This man is facing complete and total breakdown and shutdown. And what do we have? We got people posing for how gorgeous they are. I don't get it. I don't get anything. I don't get where the lawyers are. Where are they? I know you don't like Trump. It doesn't really matter. I've argued for people who committed murder and their rights were violated. Murderers who were entitled to have cases reviewed, cases appealed. Murderers. People who've done the most heinous things possible. Where are the lawyers who talk about Julian Assange? Nowhere. Where are the Republicans, the Democrats? Nobody. Some few people here and there. Maybe, sort of. I don't know. Nobody talks about anything. Nothing. And the best part about it, I know nobody wants to talk about this. I know this. But when it comes to Israel and Gaza and everything, you know what they're doing? Nothing. They're just talking about it. They talk about it. Did you see this? They just talk about it. This Jose Andres, whose kitchen almost got or were killed by an attack. Oh well. I think I'm in another dimension. None of this makes any sense to me anymore. I don't understand this. I don't understand what's happening to my country. I know people don't like Trump. I know I've told you there's been some things he's done that I think are stupid. I don't care. That's not exactly a thing that only he's known for. This is the most incredible thing. He's being told he can't speak. And they're not being mean to his daughter, Judge Merchant's daughter. They're saying, your daughter is an operative, a major Democratic operative. I don't feel, recuse yourself. Look at this. We haven't heard from our friend at McDonald's in a long time. Get on up like a 6 machine and try our all-new hamburger classic from McDonald's. Order today. Thank you. Where have you been? You and True Aids and Shopper Aids and all this stuff. See that? McDonald's. There's one thing about McDonald's. No matter where you go, no matter what part of the country, it all tastes exactly the same. There's not, this is better than this one. So my friends, right now as we speak, I don't want to scare you and remind you of this, but right now as we speak, we are looking at something which is very incredibly scary right now. We're looking at 217 days until the election. 217 days. What are we talking about? Where's the Republican Party? They got rid of Ronna McDaniel. What's Lara Trump doing? Huh? Do you think we're going to win again? Do you think there's any way? Do you think the Democrats are going to let him win again? Do you think the Democrats are going to say, oh, watch what we do now? Oh, watch what we do. Dinesh D'Souza, get your film crew ready, buddy boy, because you're going to have 5,000, 10,000, 20,000 mules, 20,000 mule train. We know exactly how to take this thing legally. And we've also petrified and terrified all of you lawyers. Watch what we do. We might just say, you know what, the hell with Gavin Newsom. Let's reelect this brain dead person and let's actually really double screw you and give you Kamala Harris. What if these people are so demented, so vile, so putrescent, so radical that they say, we're going to give you her. You thought he was bad? Oh, no. Want to make fun of that cackle? Wait. Do you think there's any possibility of that? And when I talk to people, I talk to friends of mine, they say things like, well, all I know, they say, is that, there's this thing. They say, well, you see, the way it works is something like this. You see, I don't understand how this thing works. It's the most incredible thing in the world. This is the part which I find to be absolutely fascinating. This is the most important. This is the most, how do we say this? I hope you never think that I'm saying something just to be whatever, but I'm telling you the truth. I've never seen anything like this. Edie Crowley, our dear friend, says, Mr. Rel, because of you, I see the logic in voting for Trump. I do not like him, and I will hold my nose when doing so. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I want you to understand something. If you like Trump, good. If you don't like Trump, good. It doesn't matter. He's chemotherapy. He's chemotherapy. Chemotherapy is a substance, a poison that will kill you. But if you have cancer, it can save your life. And you need it. And you only use it when you're facing cancer. We have a cancer now in this country. And it's called Joe Biden and the Biden administration and this shadow government, radical left lunacy that is getting worse and worse. And there's no signs of anything calming down. So here's what I tell people. Do you want 4 more years of this shit? Because if you do, you vote Democratic. The only person, Trump is the only, and let me also tell you something. If it wasn't for Trump, I don't know what I would do. I can't even imagine. What if we have one means of escape? That's the light. Follow me, boys. This is the one. This is how we go out. This is how we make it. This is it. I wish we had other options. There's one way out of this, and it's with Trump. And I'm not saying this for any other reason than it's true. Sit back for a moment, my friends. How they try to shut this man down is just, it annoys me. And how they tried to shut down our great friends in My Pillow. Remember, they went after him for no other reason than he dared to suggest or proceed with a way of thinking that the shadow government did not particularly care for. Well, that's why we support them as our sponsor. Well, it's time yet again to hail and salute our great friends at mypillow.com. And if you use promo code Lionel, you get a free gift. No purchase necessary. I know, a free gift. Gifts are free. Okay, it's a tautology, so sue me. But listen to me and listen carefully. What are we talking about here? Down comforters, flannel sheets, Giza Dream bed sheets, My Pillow 2.0 body pillows, waffle blankets, couch and recliner pillows, sheets, slippers, percales. I'm not even done yet. Towels, quilts, bedspreads, mattresses, mattress covers, mattress toppers, linens, kitchen towels, bathrobes, pet blankets, bolster pillows, name it. Items to help you luxuriate and relax. And their monster sellers, slippers, my slippers, slip-ons, moccasins. Think about it. What do they do at My Pillow? What's their main goal? To make things real soft, plush, real comfy, or comfy as I say it. How perfect. So here's the link right now. Go to mypillow.com/Lionel. mypillow.com, promo code Lionel or /Lionel, or call 800-645-4965. 800-645-4965. And watch how fast our good friend Mike Lindell answers the phone. mypillow.com, promo code Lionel, simply and absolutely the best. My friends, I hope more than you can imagine that everything works out for us. I hope. Because I never, ever in my life, did I ever, I've always thought, and we've always said, well, there were some hippies in the old days, and there were the liberals. Even when Rush Limbaugh was there, maybe they wanted to help the homeless a little too much, or maybe they were into high taxes, and maybe they were into abortion, and they wanted to have condoms, and it was nothing. When Rush Limbaugh, whom I knew and loved the guy as a person. He was just a sweetheart. But what he used to talk about What he used to rail against, he couldn't believe what's happening now. You are so immune to it, you don't even realize it. You're still trying to come up. You're still trying to figure out what happened with COVID. You still can't figure it out. You have been so blindsided. You have become so habituated to this. You don't realize anymore. You're like an abused spouse. Let me explain something. It's called learned helplessness. And we saw this, and I've seen this before. Haven't you in your life? Maybe you. It's a terrible thing. It's a woman who for years has been told she's stupid and she's ugly and she's this and she's crazy. It's called gaslighting. And it's her fault. Shut up, hit, violent. And she has to keep the family together. And she just gives up. That's the thing. They give up. Learned helplessness. It's a doctrine. It's when you completely destroy the will to resist. And when you do that, you've killed their soul. The thing that everybody has is this sense of self-protection, self-defense. This world, this belief, this focus on protecting yourself, protecting your livelihood, protecting your family, protecting. And what happens is when somebody has been the victim of something over and over again, they just give up. Have you seen that look of animals in zoos? Not because they're old, they just realize, I give up. And they just sit there. And I used to say the same thing when I used to see like at SeaWorld. I hated that. These cetacean, oh my God, these beautiful animals that used to swim 300-400 miles a day and travel in pods, have them separated. That's another story. But they just give up. And you've seen this. Remember, see these animals, they just go around in a circle. Remember those animals like in a petting zoo? Oh my God. I remember as a kid thinking, this is horrible. I remember one time seeing, we had a thing in Tampa called Lowry Park. Still there, I think. In Lowry Park. And they had this chicken. And you put a quarter in it, and it would come out in this kind of like this thing, and it would do this dance, and And I just thought, I wonder how they train this thing how to do that. Then somebody told me it's a hot plate. Well, this is in the 60s. This is before PETA. I said, what? You mean I've been paying? Yeah, it's a hot plate. They go, why it goes like that, and that's us. We're dancing. They love to watch us. Oh, they love to watch us with our Fox News and our Newsmax and our Breitbart and InfoWars, and they like to see, there's a new Tucker. Oh, look how we're talking about Candace Owens. And they just love, they're laughing their ass off at how we talk about nothing. And they're saying, keep it up. Keep it up. Whenever we don't want to know what to say, Joy Behar will say something, and we'll talk about that. Nicole Wallace throws papers, and this magical, this sock puppet media report. I just want you to imagine, close your eyes and think to yourself, it's election day, and you wait for the poll. Everybody's remember, election day is it's November the 5th. And November the 6th, you wake up. What are you going to do? If Biden, I cannot think this. What would you do if Biden wins re-election? The ultimate, we re-elected somebody who is brain damaged, what would you think? Give me a word. Is that possible? Is that possible? Pittman's going to board a spaceship. I'm right behind you. Is that possible? You better believe it's possible. Absolutely. Absolutely. And I'm doing my part, and I've been telling people every day, this is what the story is. This is what you've got to do. You've got to make sure you tell folks. But we can only do so much. Our Republican Party, nowhere to be found. So just think about this. November the 6th, you wake up and Rachel Maddow is laughing her ass off. And everybody is laughing at you. There's Hillary. And everybody wins. Colbert and this one, everybody. And then maybe, I don't know, Biden steps down. And if I told you, could you see President Kamala Harris? Now here's the thing. You might say to yourself, that's impossible because even the big donors, and the big donors, no, they wouldn't do that because that doesn't make any sense. No, they're gonna, because I thought, and I still think money's on switching around. They'll be far more effective with somebody like Gavin Newsom and Gretchen Whitmer. Remember that, I've been saying that forever. But let me just say, the odds of that. These people are so sick that that could happen. Think about that one. Think about that. No. Don't make a joke. I know you're very funny. Think about that. Think about it. I know it's fun. I know. It's fun. It's fun to make a joke. It is. Because that's all you've got. Make a pun. Make a pun, make a reference. And that obnoxious friend of yours who says, "Oh, how's your MAGA doing?" How's that? That's why these Republicans, the legal profession, I have no, it's getting worse than anything we can imagine. Now, my friends, I want to remind you of a couple of things. First and foremost, Mrs. L's channel is on fire. Lynn's Warriors. It's very simple. She has the best interviews with the best people in the front lines, trying to prevent child predation, to stop human trafficking in the front lines. It's that serious. So go to Lynn's Warriors, and then we will be honored. We ask you, we invite you to follow her on her channel. She's terrific. Lynn's Warriors. Do you hear me? It's very important. Lynn's Warriors. In addition, I have for you this ticket. This coming Thursday night, we talked to our man today at the Metropolitan Republican Club in Manhattan, as we say. On April the 4th, Thursday, at 6:30 to 9, I will be there. Mrs. L will be there. Come on out. Tickets are available. This is where you get these tickets. Not that it matters, we're not making a penny on this. This is nothing but getting people out and trying to get folks involved and having them understand, to get the word, to understand the word. So that's the link right there. Okay? It's critical, my friends. It's critical. And also, tomorrow morning, we are going to do our 8 a.m. show at the other channel called Lionel Legal. So go and sign up right there for that. Lionel Legal. You hear what I'm saying? Yes, indeed. That's where we're going to go. So let me thank you, dear friends. Let's get ready. Gird the loins. McDonald's, as always, thank you so much for your help. Edie Crowley, bless your heart. Thank you for your kindness. But let me just tell you something. This is war, my friends. This is intellectual, a spiritual, a political war This is about ideology. It's about right, wrong. It's about the future of our country. I never thought we would get this far. And I'm hoping that somehow rational thought that Americans say, no, we're with you. We're not going to, we understand. These people have destroyed cities that were once great. We are not going to allow that to happen. I hope. I hope. Because I don't know what I'm going to do. So you follow me. And thank you, my friends, as usual. Thank you for your love and your support. And thank you for caring about this. And please, I hope you do not mind my passion. I don't ever want to insult anybody. I try my best to be cordial and to not be merely, intellectually and vocally rambunctious. But I am scared, beyond scared, that somehow we are just so busy thinking that, oh, there's no way that. Because let me ask you something. Have you seen Lara Trump anywhere? Have you seen her? Have you heard anybody? Ronna McDaniel, say what you want. You saw her. She did. I don't know what else she did, but you saw her. Do we know? Is this kind of an inside job? Is that the whole deal? What are they doing? Have you heard about this? Have you heard from the Republican National Committee? Anybody? Anybody here? Anybody here from Ronna McDaniel? Anybody? I mean, Lara Trump or whoever the hell's her. Nope. I haven't. All I know is President Trump is by himself. He can't speak. And the rest of the world is going, ain't that something? All right, dear friends. We will convene tomorrow, 8 a.m. at Lionel Legal. Be there. Sign up. Thank you so much for this. And don't forget, until then, these final words. The monkey's dead. The show's over. Sue ya. Dead.